Okay, let's go. BB 28, episode 24, Veto competition time. On this, they did play the playback of reviews of what's happened before, such as Camus is gone, and on this one, D won the HOH, and Drew, Lala, and Taylor are up on the block. You think it'd get easier as it goes along, but they are really just traumatized, unhappy, and a little bit crazy. So this is getting kind of wild. This is just my opinion, unlike the live feeds, which give you the immediate situations that may be happening in the house. I'm just looking at it through the Big Brother feed. And the Big Brother feed was edited very good for us non-feed, none of us live feed people. And on this, after the nominations of Drew, Lala, and Taylor, I see, this is why everyone was posting so much on the live feeds, because they got to see it, and they just showed it here. Usually they get up and leave after that and make a diary room confession about what happened. This time they just had an argument all over that big table they got. Lala, Taylor, Drew, and Yash started having verbal battles with each other, because Melody and Mallory argue at the table with them also. It was just a lot going on after D nominated the three, Drew, Lala, and Taylor. Now, what they were arguing about basically simmered on what Lala felt. She was mad because D had mentioned something about her saying something about the icons. And Lala went into defense mode. She was in righteous indignation. And then she got into an argument with Drew, Yash, Barrett, and it was going back and forth between all of them on what was said. And this was just a crazy argument because, when people say things and more than one person is in the room, at this stage it's going to get back. But they tried to tell the truth on Lala. She mentioned getting the icons. She talked about getting the icons. And she had a big group of people that she was talking about getting rid of the icons. And she did name the name of Devin, which she continued to say during the whole show. And so they were arguing about this, and it was just amazing how they just really lost their minds about this. And it wasn't that the fact that they couldn't stop the argument. Lala wouldn't let the argument stop. She took a hands on your hip reaction to all of it. She was blaming Drew. She was throwing Drew under the bus. Drew lied to protect himself to D when Yash told on him that he had talked about her, which he did not do. But he wanted to go along with Yash because he plays both sides of the house and he didn't want to be on anybody's bad side. So he let Yash get away with a lie about him talking about D. But he did say something about Lala and her meeting when she was head of household, about her wanting to get the legends out. But it all came down to the argument is not her saying. She said it was a it was a stupid argument because it's saying that she's trying to say she didn't say the specific names, but she did mention legends. If you say the legends, that means that all three of them. She knows what she's doing, but she doesn't want to admit it, and she didn't like it that Drew actually did that to tell on her a little bit. This went on and back and forth for a long time on this one. So they were having just many arguments, and all of them, even Melody and Mallory were lying and confused too. And then after they got through yelling at the about the icons, it was so funny. Of all people trying to calm everybody down, it was Angela. Angela is the one that really can kick up a lot of dust on things, but it wasn't her. She tried to calm Lala down, who was having a crying attack, and she stuck to her lie that she didn't say Angela on this. It was a conversation about this or that. She did this and that, but she did try to cover it up by saying she didn't say specifically Angela's name. Well, Angela's not quite believing it, but Angela has the correct attitude that you're playing a game and you basically got caught by the people that were there that told on you. And she tried to explain that she was okay with that, and because she knew she was playing the game. But Lala was just really mad. She's mad at Devin. Lala is mad at Drew. And so Lala admits that she's out to get Devin. I don't know why he's on her radar, but she wants to get him. And Angela tried to calm her down, but Lala is kind of imbalanced on this thing, but she's a wild card that I didn't expect. This is the kind of behavior I expect from Angela. But Angela's playing a person that's choosing to be the referee. And it's kind of unusual to see her in that role, but that's what she's doing. Angela's seeing somebody that's crazier than she is. So, and I think she's kind of like in admiration of it. So anyway, the game gets ready to start. The game is from 1982, August 26th. This is the Aerobics environment. And this was so much fun because the music they played was the same kind of music they used on Key and Peele when they did their exercise videos on their of the 80s, when they used to do those like horrifically long workouts. When you're young, you can do that. And they played, that was the same music, because immediately my mind went, oh, Key and Peele. And so so they were playing that, and they had to do something similar to the Key and Peele when they do this massive exercise thing. Well, they exercised on different pieces of equipment, and it was fun to watch, and everybody was trying to not look at the way it looked, because when they worked on these machines, they had to really basically get kind of, how should you say, vulnerable with their legs open and their mouths open and their movements of their hips. And it's not just me saying that I noticed this, they noticed it too. And they were saying stuff like, is this going to be broadcast? They saw what I saw was that, okay, one exercise was one where they had to move their hips side to side, and who was that? But anyway, they did several of them, and Barrett was good at it because, Barrett is skin and bones. I mean, he should be able to move around pretty good. And he was going to town. And they had 3 or 4 different um, sections of it. And when they went from 1 to 1, they just peeled off. Okay? And they got to one where they had to use their tongue and move this small device that goes back and forward. It was a tongue licking game that ended, and after all the things they did, it came down to Lala, Barrett, and someone else. I can't remember who the last person was. Well, of all people, just like I didn't think that Angela would win the game that she won, Lala won this game. I was stunned. She got away with winning this game. Well, she did win. Her tongue movements got her to the final stage where she was pronounced the winner. Then after that, it was on because, of course, she's going to take herself off the block. And so the problem they had next was, of course, no one expected Lala to win. So that kind of threw a monkey wrench into who would be next. And they were talking about putting Yash up because they know Josh really should have been put up. But he made a deal with Dee not to be put up, and she's holding to it. And she's trying not to tell them that he's been bribed. But, so Drew is thinking that it's going to be Yash, and it isn't. And then when it came down to it, Dee decided to tell both him, tell Drew, and also to tell Mallory that she's going to be the one that Dee wants to put up. Mallory, of course, is very upset. And she's just totally distraught. And also, they had a segment too where Melody got distraught and started screaming in a room by herself. Not the diary room, but I think in the workout room she started screaming. I mean, it wasn't no small scream. Well, when Mallory was chosen, she went into a room and screamed. And I mean, we're not talking about we're talking about hardcore horror movie screaming. And I said, oh wow, they are on edge. And this time it ends up with Mallory being on the block with Drew and Taylor. Taylor's staying strong. I don't want Taylor to leave, but she does stand out. And I'm hoping she's not going to be the one they choose. They are leaning towards Mallory because they feel like she's a good game player and she will come after the icons and several of their allies. So Drew was mad because Yash didn't go up, but he doesn't know the whole story behind why. So this is getting good. And then there's another one tonight. And so I'm going to throw this out there for you now. This is my opinion of what I think. And then I'll just take a little time and get that one that comes on tonight and tell you my opinions on it. Well, it was good to be here with you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And it's always good to watch Big Brother with friends. So have a good one. We'll talk again soon.